Good afternoon, NWS Revolution members and viewers. This is your NWS Head of Title Relations, Michael Cole, and I got a very special guest with me. Please introduce yourself, sir. It is me, Mischief Mikey Miller, your NWS Board of Directors Chairman, and still your NWS Hardcore Champion. Today, me and Michael Cole are going to give you our NWS Revolution Loaded pay-per-view review. Take it away, Michael. Thank you, Mischief Mikey Miller. Last night's pay-per-view was hailing from the Rogers Arena in Vancouver, Canada. The commentators for the show were Joe Gowdy, me, and Dan Ambert. And it was a great pay-per-view. So the show starts off with Cody Mercer and Don Callis coming down from the entrance ramp, and they get in the ring with both microphones in their hands. Cody Mercer gets on the mic and says, tonight, since this is the Revolution, Lord, there's going to be bloodshed in the co-main event. Me and my tag team partner, Logan Paul, are going to face the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, and his tag team partner, Jay Uso, in a Tornado Tag Team Street Fight match. However, let's just say their luck is about to run out. All I can say is there's an individual you might recognize. However, I am not going to spoil the surprise until you find out. I am surprised Cody Rhodes came back to the NWS Revolution. Furthermore, I already buried talents and destroyed them. I defeated Randy Orton, CM Punk, and Drew McIntyre, and still got Cody Rhodes. Still wants a shot at my NWS Undisputed Heavyweight Championship. And you, Jay, also want my title, too. Whichever one of you pins me, you will be crowned as the new NWS Undisputed Champion. But I guarantee you that is not going to happen. Why? Well, allow my boss and manager here, Mr. Don Callis, to explain. That is all I have to say. Is Don Callis, you may speak. So Don Callis speaks in saying that there's going to be a surprise return tonight, and it's going to be somebody you all love. But he doesn't feel the same way about you. Paul Heyman gets out of the mic and says he will accompany both Cody Mercer and Logan Paul to ringside tonight. The NWS, Don Callis explains everything. All I have to say. And after that, the NWS fans boo Cody Mercer and Don Callis as they leave the ringside to get ready for the match later tonight. And the first match, which is shown on the NWS Revolution channel, was an NWS Tag Team Championship Tornado match. Michael Skarsmine and Robert Gubber with General Manager Don Callis defeated Damian Priest and Finn Balor. This match is shown on NWS Revolution, and this was a really, really good back and forth match. I really enjoyed counting up with Joe Gowdy and Dan Abbott, who in my opinion, Joe Gowdy and Dan Abbott, they deserve a standing ovation, which I'll get to later on. But Mikey, what did you think about the opening segment and the opening match? Cody Mercer means business. When Cody Mercer speaks, people listen. Cody Mercer has been disrespected long enough, and it's about time these stupid, pathetic fans start listening to him. Because Cody Mercer, in the inside, the fans are too blind to see, but Cody Mercer is actually trying to help the fans. As much as they despise him, as much as he despises the fans, Cody Mercer is actually trying to help the fans by putting on a great show, giving the fans what they want, and they still treat them like garbage. I don't get it. Oh, and there was the opening tag team match was great. I really enjoyed it. And then we go to the office of NWS Revolution owner, chairman, CEO Scott Casey Gale, also known as Scooter St. William, my adopted father, and me, NWS Board of Directors Chairman Mischief Mikey Miller, as a compliment on how good the opening match was on a Knock on the Door is Heard, and it's Scott's manager, agent, and my brother, Jaden Miller, as he brings them dinner. Jaden tells Scott he will keep an eye on Don Callis to make sure he doesn't get involved, or he will deal with Don Callis the hard way. Mikey asked Jaden what exactly will he do in a sarcastic tone, because, you know, I'm sarcastic. And Jaden tells me, Mikey, watch and find out. Okay. And then the next match was for the NWS United States Championship ladder match. My former Jay Lawson with Noah Higgins defeated Seth Rollins, then with assistant general manager Paul Heyman. Match is shown on the NWS Revolution. This was a great match. This was really, really great match. I'm impressed with my former best friend, Jaden Miller. My former best friend, Jay Lawson. He actually could wrestle. And then Noah Higgins, the goody two-shoes, of course, has got to go ahead and celebrate Jay Lawson retaining the NWS United States Championship. Yeah. And then the office of NWS CEO Cody Mercer and General Manager Dom Callis, they talk about strategy. As Callis says, he will be on the lookout for Jaden Miller in the main event tonight. Mercer tells Dom Callis not to worry about Jaden. And it's the NWS Intercontinental Championship. Noah Higgins with Jay Lawson defeated Trick Williams. Match is shown in the NWS Revolution. Of course, this match was okay. This match was good, but the thing is, they kept restarting because apparently Noah Higgins didn't like the time running out, and stuff. I don't know. Noah Higgins, all I gotta say is, get used to it, okay? You're a good wrestler. Please don't try to ruin your in-ring career by whining and complaining. Come on. You are over with the fans. No, you're not always going to have a good match. Well, the critics are stupid anyway, but they don't know anything. But Jaden, later on, I'm going to be the one that takes the Intercontinental title off of you, just like I'm going to be the one that takes the United States title off of Jay Lawson. And that's all I got to say about that. Michael Cole, you may go ahead and read the next match results. Go on. Why, thank you, Mischief Mikey Miller. I disagree with a lot of the things you say about Noah Higgins. I think he is a good wrestler. I don't agree with the match restarting. So hopefully something about that match is resolved. But he's still your NWS Intercontinental Champion, Noah Higgins, and he is a really good wrestler anyway. And then Scott Casey Gale is eating a delicious apple pie and cheesecake dessert along with apples, oranges, and grapes. As Mikey has some grapes too. Jaden is also eating apple pie. Scott then looks at the contract stating that he and Johnny Da Vinci cannot have any more matches. Does this bury the light match? As it also states, Johnny Da Vinci cannot revoke his rematch clause against Scooter St. William. However, Johnny Da Vinci could indeed revoke his rematch clause for the World Heavyweight title. He just can't face Scooter St. William for it. But he has revoked his rematch clause, but he's just gonna have to wait for a while, which I'll get to later about that. But yeah, So both of them have agreed to. But Johnny Da Vinci will get his rematch against the World Heavyweight title when he turns. It just won't be against Scooter St. William. So he's just gonna have to wait for a while. And Don Callis and Paul Heyman did talk Johnny Da Vinci about that before the match started. And then it was match number 4, no holds barred match. Vinny Joe defeated Santos Escobar. Match is shown on NWS Revolution. And then Don Callis and Paul Heyman are giving Cody Mercer a pep talk in his office. Highlights of this rivalry between and then Jaden Miller is also giving Scott Casey Gale a pep talk, hype him up as Mikey gets ready before his match against Dan Abbott. Highlights of this rivalry between Mischief Mikey Miller, Joe Goddard, and Dan Abbott that started are shown, and then it's the NWS Hardcore Championship match. NWS Sport Directors Chairman Mischief Mikey Miller with General Manager Don Callis in his corner defeated color commentator Dan Abbott with play-by-play Joe Goddard in his foot. Match is shown on NWS Revolution. This was a very good match. Both Mischief Mikey Miller and Dan Abbott actually showed that the two of you do belong in the ring. What do you say, Mikey? Yes, I beat Dan Lambert. I beat Dan Lambert fair and square because I don't like the guy. I know the fans do. Dan Lambert is over with the crowd, but yada yada. I beat him, and also Dan Lambert. I understand you still want a piece of me, so I'll tell you. This coming Thursday on Revolution Impact, I challenge you to a backstage bar. I'll even put my NWS Hardcore title on the line again. So I'll see you this Thursday because it is open fight night. And then the co-main event tag team. Then highlighted and then there's highlights of the field between Cody Mercer, Logan Paul, Cody Rhodes, and Jey Uso. How this all got started and most of, and our versus opponent. So this was a good back and forth match. Weapons will end up being used in this match. I mean there was bloodshed. No, you did see the match. I'm the NWS Revolution champion. What you didn't see is like the weapons did indeed bust up open. Cody Rhodes did indeed get busted open, and so did Jey Uso. And this match was crazy. This match was all over the place, and this was an excellent co-main event. I mean, this was a very great. I think this was one of the best co-main events. But then Cody Rhodes came very close to win. But the lights go out and the lights go back, and a masked man figure appears in the ring and attacks by double closing both Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso. The masked figure tosses Jey out of the ring, and power bombs him through the table. Jey Uso is unable to move. The masked figure gets gets the thumbtacks and gets back in the ring and drops the thumbtacks in the ring. The masked figure picks up Cody Rhodes and hits him with a muscle buster through the thumbtacks, allowing Cody Mercer to do the Mercer stunner on Cody Rhodes. Cody Mercer hits Cody Rhodes with the attitude adjustment. Mercer bomb and finally hits him with the spear and pins Cody Rhodes 1-2-3 and still NWS Undisputed Champion Cody Mercer. After the match, the masked figure removes his mask and reveals himself as the return of Psycho Mercer. We haven't seen Psycho Mercer since 2023 when he was with the Elite Legions of Darkness. And now Psycho Mercer is back. Cody Mercer is happy to see Psycho Mercer back in the NWS Revolution. Psycho Mercer shakes Cody Mercer's hands, and Don Callis says, "It's great to be back in the NWS Revolution." Cody Mercer and Don Callis say, "It will be an honor to join forces with the Elite Blood Warriors. Let me join so we can accomplish everything." And Don Callis, "I'm sorry for all the crap I did to you and Johnny Da Vinci. I'm asking for your forgiveness. Let me join the Elite Blood Warriors and the Don Callis family. What do you say?" Don Callis forgives Psycho Mercer and says, "Yes, and you proved yourself worthy. And I think working together is good for the Don Callis family. I'm sure Johnny Da Vinci will like this when he gets back from his break. Yes, you are now an official member of the Elite Blood Warriors and the Don Callis family." Psycho Mercer shakes both Cody Mercer and Don Callis' hand and joins the Elite Blood Warriors and the Don Callis family, joining here in the process. And welcome to the Elite Blood Warriors, Psycho Mercer. Welcome to the Don Callis family. We definitely have your back, and we're definitely going to keep you very protected. Now, what do you think about this, Michael Cole? What's your opinion? I'd like to hear your opinion, Michael Cole. I really would, buddy. Come on, please tell me. You got to tell me what's your opinion. Well, it's good to see Psycho Mercer back, but I don't agree with him joining the Elite Blood Warriors and Don Callis family. But what can I do? I'm very interested in hearing what Psycho Mercer has got to say in his next promo. Now it's the main event, and then Dan Lambert returns to the commentary table after being checked on by doctors and medically declared after his match with Mischief Mikey, which is early on. And then highlights of the feud between Scooter St. William and Johnny Da Vinci, how it all got started, is shown. Main event, NWS World Heavyweight Championship Buried Alive match. NWS Revolution owner, chairman, CEO Scooter St. William, number Jaden Miller in this corner, defeated Johnny Da Vinci with general manager Don Callis in this corner. And Michael Cole, explained the rules of the match. Joe Garney, Dan Hebert, and me, Michael Cole, called this entire match with true wrestling passion and emotion. The Buried Alive match is underway with Scooter wastes no time beating the hell out of Johnny Da Vinci, hitting him with move after move and submission after submission. Johnny then hits Scooter for a load of finishers and drops him to the depth sentence, drags him to the graveyard, and is about to bury him alive, but Scooter regains consciousness. He and Johnny battle it out. Johnny whacks Scooter in the face with a shovel, busting him wide open as he smears the blood all over his face and beats him down until Scooter throws dirt in Johnny's eyes and hits him in the face with a sledgehammer, busting him open as they fight out over the ringside and in the graveyard. As they hit each other with weapon after weapon, such as steel chairs, metal pipes, Johnny low blows Scooter and is beating him down until Scooter fights back and both men are bleeding profusely. Scooter hits Johnny with a spinebuster Scooter bottom People's album or Blue Thunderbomb, and then Scooter nails Johnny with the RKO and is about to bury him alive. But Don Callis super kicks Scooter out of nowhere, causing him to land in the graveyard. Yeah. As Callis gets the shovel and starts hauling the dirt in, as Jaden Miller jumps on Don Callis, beats him down, then drags him out of the graveyard as he helps Scooter out of the graveyard. Johnny then runs away only to get caught by Jay Lawson and Noah Higgins, who stop beating up Johnny DaVinci as Jaden Miller continues to attack Don Callis and nail him with his version of the stunner, and then paying homage to Stone Cold Steve Austin. And then Jaden Miller whacks Don Callis with a shovel, knocking Don Callis out cold. Mischief Mikey Miller runs down and demands Jay and Noah leave as he shoves them, which provokes him to chase him away. As Scooter and Johnny are wrestling, and Scooter RKOs Johnny into the graveyard, hauls the dirt with a shovel, gets out of tractor, and loads the rest of the dirt into the graveyard, burying Johnny DaVinci alive, winning the match and retaining the NWS World Heavyweight title. I, a passionate Michael Cole, mentioned on commentary, this is the end of the Scooter St. William and Johnny DaVinci rivalry. It is officially over between them. Joe Dowd and Dan Neville say Johnny DaVinci can be focused rematch clause, but it cannot be against for the World Heavyweight title. But it just cannot be against Scooter as long as Scooter is the World Heavyweight champion. But Johnny still does have his rematch clause for the World Heavyweight title. But as I said earlier, he's just gonna have to wait for a long time. And apparently Johnny DaVinci is okay with that. Because when he does return, he's gonna focus his attention on Vinny Joe. So, and then the pay-per-view ends with Scooter St. William celebrating the closing chapter and ending of the Scooter St. William versus Johnny DaVinci rivalry with his manager and agent Jaden Miller as the pay-per-view goes off the air. This was a great main event. I really enjoyed this. I thought this was one of the best Buried Alive matches the NWS Revolution has put on. I mean, Scooter St. William is pretty much victorious whenever he's in the Buried Alive match. The last Buried Alive match he had was against the Revolution Rumble 2024 against the 46th President of the United States, Joe Biden. Right, that close to chapter. Now the question is, when will Johnny DaVinci return? And when he does, what is he gonna say? What words is he gonna say, and what's gonna be on his mind? But anyway, this is a great pay-per-view. I would rate this pay-per-view for 5 stars, 2 thumbs up, way up, and a solid 10 out of 10. What about you, Mr. Mikey Milner? Yes, my adopted father, Scooter St. William, did put on one hell of a main event. He and my uncle Johnny DaVinci, officially ended the rivalry. Yes, Uncle Johnny DaVinci, as you said, has revoked his rematch clause for the World Heavyweight title, but Johnny DaVinci did not say it was going to be against Scooter St. William. He just revoked his rematch clause for the World Heavyweight title. So whenever Scooter St. William loses the NWS World Heavyweight title, no offense, Scooter, then Johnny DaVinci and whoever beats him for it will have to indeed face Johnny DaVinci for the World Heavyweight title. But we don't know when that's going to be but I gotta say my adopted father, Scooter St. William, did put on a great main event. I mean, this was a very brutal match, but I got to say something about my little brother, Jaden Miller. Jaden Miller, look, I get it. You were Scooter St. William's manager and agent, but did you have to get involved and beat up Don Callis like that? I mean, come on. Don Callis is actually pressing charges against you. He's not filing a restraining order against you, Jaden, but he is pressing charges against you because he did not appreciate you attacking him, and he did not appreciate you hitting with the Jaden Miller stunner, and he did not appreciate you whacking him in the head with a shovel. He had to get stitches, but he's okay, as he explained yesterday. But anyway, great main event. 5 stars, 2 thumbs up, way up, and a solid 10 out of 10. And Scooter St. William, me and you do need to have a father and son talk. So whenever you're ready to talk to me, I'll be available. And that is all I gotta say. And this coming Thursday, me and Michael Cole will do the Revolution Impact review. Y'all stay classy and you all have a good night. Oh, by the way, shout out to Jet House Worldwide. Check those guys out. Oh, yes, indeed. Definitely check out Jet House Worldwide. But anyway, yes, as Mikey has said, me and him are going to give you a Revolution Impact Aftermath show, which is going to be open, which is going to be another open fight night. So you all know the drill about it. Juan Killings is going to face Cody Mercer in a non-title match in a no-holds-barred match. If Juan Killings wins, then Juan Killings gets to face Cody Mercer for the Undisputed Heavyweight Championship at Revolution Summer Bash, which is going to be July 27th. Anyway, thank you for watching, and you all have a good night. This is Michael Cole and Mischief Mikey signing off. Have the rest. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.